Dog, Griselda fans is so up right now. We got this release dropping on Halloween, which is essentially Christmas for coke rap. Westside Gunn's, whose ear for beats is like Beethoven level. Bruh's ears is better than your girl's when you're talking to another girl from across the room. When it comes to picking beats, as long as it ain't trap beats. But we got him teaming up with a frequent collaborator in Denny Laflare. Also excited about the fact that there's no features on this album. Westside Gunn, as much credit as he gets for being a curator, I think it's really underrated how much his pen has improved in the last several years. Where you look at his last few projects, he has at least one track where he just goes off by himself. And look at Danhausen, Super Kick, Party, TV Boy. I will say, if this is what retirement look like for me, go ahead and cash out my 401k. Westside Gunn has dropped more projects in retirement than like Kendrick has dropped in his whole discography. And he got a project coming out tomorrow. Griselda might be back. Let's get to it.
You in Paris?
Yep.
I see you in Paris.
Trapping out the Transylvania Castle type
$500
beat.
million.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
Count Dracula is the plug type
I'll be
beat.
going home probably soon, man.
I ain't gonna hold you. A 2-minute intro on a 15-minute album is crazy work. Freestyle, but that's like curating a whole playlist to drive 2 minutes up the road. This is Big Dump Ballad. Yeah, we back, dog. Y'all hear the sample?
All black Balenci's bumming out the bushes. My heart got scars, my brother face crooked. Now we looking at
Came
the
out talking
stores. I
personal.
was just caged in. I was just Gucci down in Giza eating ramen. If I had 3 wishes, I wanna get Sly out of prison. Make sure my babies live life with no ceiling. Then I give these fuck niggas wisdom. The world might be a better place. I forgive them, my white feet.
Come on, dog. Westside Gunn getting that personal introspective bag. It's a bag that he can play into well. He just don't do it that much. I'm feeling this.
Kids crying, roaches crawling. Super need to renovate. First nigga short, shoot his ass just to demonstrate. It's the king of New York.
Cried enough tears to fill 3 Nile rivers.
Why sound like Keisha Plum talking through a jail phone? I wasn't ready for this. I thought it was gonna be no features. All right, I had to get my mind right for a Keisha Plum poem. Let's see what groundbreaking poetry she's about to hit us with.
I make the gangsters feel cuddly and warm. Retracing my footsteps, overthinking the missteps. Snowflakes in my necklace, that's courtesy of West. Carry this legacy like a bulletproof vest.
Yo, it gotta be a better way to use 3 minutes on this album, bro. I pray she not about to ramble for another 2 minutes.
Scar tissue, tear another piece of my soul. They did my boy filthy.
Come
The
on,
night
dog.
Inf was murdered. I hit West.
Bro, y'all like this? Y'all telling me y'all can't write a better poem than this. She just rambling. What is she talking about? She just saying stuff. It may rhyme, it may not. It ain't no flow. This ain't spoken word. This is broken word.
Took me forever to write this.
What? Bro, it's no way she couldn't just freestyle this.
Yo, I forgot to tell you, I done Volume 2, Diary of a Jailhouse Lawyer, Volume 2 by Donald Sly Green and Tracy Green.
Bro, come on, y'all. All right, let's split this song up into 2 parts. We just gonna talk about the rapping and the beat for a second. All right, from 0 seconds to like 1 minute and 30 seconds, song was fire, dog. That super soulful vocal sample is dope. That's that vintage Westside Gunn feel where he can take those brighter beats and fit it to his aesthetic. Then you had a super personal verse from Westside Gunn. He wasn't getting into like any lyrical acrobatics or anything like that, but you just felt the passion with every single bar. Even when he switched it up a little bit and got into some of that street talk and some of the luxury talk, it was still dope. The pairing of the soulfulness of that beat and just how gritty every single bar was perfect. Then you got a Keisha Plum filibuster for the remaining 3 minutes, 30 seconds. There's no way we should be halfway into this album with like 40 seconds of rapping, dog. That Keisha Plum poem's so trash, bro. She's literally just rambling. Y'all just be eating it up. Like, what line was profound? What line was good? Ain't no flow to it. The most basic rhymes you ever heard. Then you got another skit. But take that first minute, 30 seconds, inject that in my veins. Can't be too mad because next time I hear that song, I'm just skipping after the first verse. And I'm cool with it. This is Uncle Howdy. Ah, this beat so moody. Oh, they just teased me with the horn.
Ollie racing, nigga. Let me paint a picture. All my shooters nasal drippers, I ain't playing with you.
That's a good rhyme scheme right there.
On the Prada sleeves, Celine on Socrates, cocaine monopolies. Had to make a pitch stop, get socks from Prada. Dope so good, I might tongue kiss Madonna. Horses on the bandana, wrapped around the chopper.
Come on, dog. That's that charisma.
25 McLaren, dime spot, got a Keith hand, but you ain't hearing. Versace roll beating the pot, I'm Rick Flaring. Down the
I like that.
What the fuck y'all niggas wearing?
God, this sound like vintage Gunn. Even the way that it's mixed, it has that old feel to it, but he's taking his lyricism that he kind of developed in the last few years of his career and combining it with the aesthetic from the earlier years in his career when he was mostly just a good beat selector with okay-ish rapping. Like, to me, this verse feels very similar to something that was on Hall & Ash Part 2 that just came out last year but was recorded years and years ago. But he sounds slightly better as far as technical rapping.
Constant elevation, Mexican plug, but my shooter Haitian. Since my first brick, I knew I was going places.
My comedy ain't low, that's why he had that mask on all the time.
Chrome Mac 11 unstable, slurping Alfredo. My nigga in the cell watching cable, Cain and Abel, or a day, oh yeah.
For one, this able two-syllable back-to-back rhyme scheme right here is tough, and then I like just the imagery of the prison bars saying that his cellie is over here watching cable, like he got his own private TV like he El Chapo or something.
Yonkers on Fayo, ayo, ayo, ayo.
Hey, yo. Yo, if somebody ramble for 1:30, I ain't finna do nothing, but I just really don't want that to happen. This is a tough sample right here.
This call is from a federal prison.
Boy, hey, I tell you what, man, Sly need to start rapping, dog, if he gonna be on every song.
Who's ever been written on me, the one that you know?
It's a tough beat.
Wow.
It is, man.
Hey, that joint right there is tough, man. The beat sounded like they're in a jazz club making coke deals. The rapping is tough, man. I like the technical rapping. The content of the verses was a little less personal than Big Dump Ballad, but I don't think that's a bad thing because this is Westside Gunn in his bag. The coke imagery, the luxury talk, the street talk, all that combined, the prison talk. This is what I want from Westside Gunn, and as much talking has been on the album, it's really dope to hear Sly Green pretty much giving Westside Gunn the green light to use his name, because I know he got a lot of pushback early in his career for profiting off of Sly Green's name, and then Sly just showing that appreciation for him keeping his name alive in his music. I'm feeling the production, I'm feeling the rapping, I like the aesthetic of this album so far. This is Cain Tejada. It sound like 2016 Griselda, dog. These bells got such a weird pitch. I like the drums too. Everything's so lo-fi.
Pissy work, berserk, left wrist made his feelings hurt. Shoot your block up, spit in the verb. My right wrist was vert. Been had 2 commas, click clack for new drama. Champagne popping for old drama. Brains on his pro collar.
I'm telling you, it could just be the mixing, but this sound like old Westside Gunn. Minus the fact that his pen is a little bit sharper than some of his earlier projects. It just got that feel, that hunger, that energy of it.
Old Quasama look like Morley and some samples. Ruger on my lap, watch your Luger verse the Tonka. Move
Come
in his
on,
blocker,
man.
blocker. Knock your head off, flip it up like an Oscar.
I like the
Body
ad-libs
in
on
the
this song.
trash like the Oscar. Camouflage, Oscar De La Renta, goggles on, I'm a monster.
Talk,
Robbie,
Gunn.
no doors, the world is yours. Sharks in the see-through floors, quarter bird on the Forbes.
That's what you need, peace, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around
He should have
no
kept
violence and all that
going.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Go top.
The pace in this album is jarring because you got so many skits in here. It's more skits than it is rapping. But dog, the rapping is so good, man. The beats are so good. Such an eclectic sample by Denny Laflare where that piano and those bells, I guess, they sound like they battling, they dueling with each other. I love to hear where he took that sample from, boy. Good ear for that sample. That's crate digging to his finest. Westside Gunn was kind of crazy, man. He showed his whole skill set. He got personal on his first verse on this album. Since then, he's been in his bag. That luxury talk mixed with the street talk. The braggadocio come off super silky. The rhyme schemes that he got into where he was playing with these 2-syllable rhyme schemes, he took that otter rhyme scheme for like 75% of the verse and he was using it back to back to back. It had a really dope flow to it. He flashed his signature out of the box delivery too on this song. I like that song a lot, man. These songs are just really short if you take out the skits, which I'll be doing when I re-listen. Finna hit that mean Siri next song for all these songs as soon as I get a minute and a half into them. Let's close this thing out with Paulin. It's the most straightforward beat on here.
Hey yo,
This is my least favorite sample, but it's still a good beat.
January, February, Fashion Week hopping. Lucky we in Paris, back home, I would've shot him. LeBron apron.
Hey, he had a little meter right there. Meter is when you create a pattern with what syllables you emphasize. So it's like February, something, something, something. He only did that for 2 lines, but that's what I'm saying, man. His pen is getting more and more technical with each project. As long as he's not rapping over Miguel the Plug. Miguel the Plug is like the Monstars for Westside Gunn's pen.
Static lock up. How the
I tried. I went a long time without disrespecting Miguel the Plug. I did my best.
How the fuck I turned 1 to 3? I told him potluck. 40 drop a nigga, yeah.
That's fire. How I turned 1 to 3, I told him potluck. So potluck, like when everybody bring the plate, you turn one plate into a whole meal, and then luck. Like luck with whipping the pot. That's so cold, dog.
Seen him with his kids, spared him. Caught him next day, aired him.
No women, no kids.
Hey yo, you ever shopping Louis in that other room? Dope spot looking like
I ain't shopping in the main room at Louis.
everything I drive imported. Shooter said he wanna snort it. Cobra roof on the Porsches. Shot your block, I'm now scorching. You know my neck cost a fortune. You know my wrist look enormous. Clothes are full of never worn shit.
I don't love that flow on this beat. It's like slightly off. It ain't necessarily off beat, but it ain't as smooth. I kind of feel like he had that verse, that flow before he heard this beat, and he kind of fit the beat to the verse instead of vice versa.
Black and yellow Gotti, that's a bumblebee. My fiend said the only thing they love is me. 200 round drums, so some double D's. I tell your mama you can't fuck with me. Tell your mama you can't fuck with me.
Denny Laflare just be showing out with these outros, man. This song was solid. It was a good beat. It wasn't my favorite beat on here. For this to be the only song where Westside Gunn went for longer than like 16 bars, I probably would have preferred if he would have used the Cain Tejada beat for that long. Still pretty good rapping. I like the beat. Westside Gunn flashed a lot. He got into one flow that I really didn't like, but he kind of made up for it because he started out with that sick potluck bar, which I think is the best bar on the whole album. Overall, I think it's a solid project. I mean, this is really good rapping from Westside Gunn. It's not the most earth-shattering rapping that you've ever heard. Well, whereas Westside Gunn can probably get stale if he's rapping for, 12 songs with just him and no features. He's perfectly fine to carry a 5-track album. And the production was tough. I like every single beat, especially the first 3 beats on here. First 3 as in excluding the intro track. And then everything sounded cohesive with that lo-fi aesthetic and either the soul samples and kind of had a jazzy element to it too. The issue with this project is it's a 6-minute album. I'm not even exaggerating. How good can an album be when Keisha Plum makes up 20% of it? Like, just sit with that, dog. And then over 50% of it was skits. Westside Gunn has several singles that have more rapping than this. Raw as Fly God, All the Easter Gun Days. It's like eating crab where the crab is fire, but it take a whole lot to like crack the shell and you can barely get it out. The crab don't just slide out when you crack the shell. It's like that. You got to get through a lot to get to the bars. Plus it's jarring to have all those skits, but really that's my only complaint. And at the end of the day, this is probably just a warm up for Still Praying. But I still stand on what I said about Griselda being back. Is it the best album in the Hitler Wears Airman series? Nah, just because the length. Instead of it being an 11, it really feel like a 10.5 or something like that. But that said, I rock with it. I'm definitely coming back to Uncle Howdy, Cain Tejada, Big Dump Ballad. I'm gonna have to throw the baby out with a bathwater. Other than that, free slide out the